everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So I wanted to go over 10 minutes of verbiage about Jasmine Crockett. I wanted you all to know that, to me, she's an evil, privileged representative. She is a part of, she did some work for the Black Lives Matter movement, and that's where I draw the line, because I know that there's no person that I have seen benefited, that there's no person that I have seen that has benefited more than the Black Lives Matter movement, and no Black person has ever benefited from it. I have to watch what I say, so I have to use and choose my words carefully. And to learn about her, she went to school, where she went to school, and who she really is. Let's start from the beginning. She is an ex-lawyer who won the seat after Eddie Bernice Johnson and who did not seek to reelect. Oh, so many errors. Instead, for some odd reason, Eddie backed her. The representative Eddie, which is Democrat, she backed her. And after this, she did pro bono cases for the Black Lives Matter movement. She did pro bono cases. You know, ask yourself this, Black people. You know, I may annoy you by saying some stuff, but what has Jasmine Crockett done for you? What has Jasmine Crockett really have done for you in Texas? Except go to her house, sleep. From allegedly what I hear, go to her house, sleep, come back to the office and dance. This is the future of our democracy. Bringing people, let's just be honest, you know, you are being used as a puppet. But what gets me is, you know, you're being used as a puppet. And you don't care about the Black community. You don't. You couldn't. Because all you seem to do is try to take on rich men, powerful, rich white men. Trump derangement syndrome, Elon Musk derangement syndrome. You basically quoted, let's see what you quoted about Trump. So basically, these are our national secrets. It looks like it's in the shitter to me. Looks like in the shitter to me. So basically, what you're saying is that you're making a pass because of the Mar-a-Lago incident where the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago, and you said that famous quote that made you move up in rank. And it's like, how dare you? How dare you? You added your 2 cents for a little seniority. You are no more than a puppet, and you're not dumb. That's what I don't get. You're not dumb. You're not dumb. But you, for the right money, it seemed like certain rich African Americans go dumb for money. And they'll turn their eye on the rest of the community, and they'll sit up there and let us suffer while they're making it. And pretty much, basically, you talk about Byron Donalds, you talk about the Republican Black people like we're slaves. They strategically pick someone who is well spoken. I'm not as well spoken, but still, I'm me. I am getting my point across. I'm still making sure I get my point across. I'll give it to you. You have a ghetto rhetoric about you. You basically you're well spoken when you want to be, but it makes no sense, and I can prove it by when I end this conversation today. And you went to a private school. You went to Mary Institute St. Louis County Day School, which is a private school. You're nothing more than a Black woman who shows aggression right on camera and cannot keep her cool while on camera. I've been put through a lot of stress. I was being followed by illegal immigrants. You do not even have to show up to work. You can compare slavery to picking cotton to illegal immigrants picking crops here, as stated. You can't pay us enough to find, as quoted, stated by you, actually, stated by you. You cannot pay us enough to find a plantation, to emphasize her point that Americans no longer willing to do physical, demanding, low-wage agricultural work. You put out garbage before the meat, the veggies, and the potatoes. Basically, you give us your garbage verbiage and you tell us, how you feel. You probably, if you watch this now, you probably have cut it short because it's the truth. You sit up there and you spew out garbage, and you expect us to eat the garbage that you spew out to us. You want us to spew out or listen to you spew out the garbage to us. And I'm like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of certain Democrats doing this. They spew out garbage and they want us to sit up there and listen to it and eat that garbage and get sick and die, literally. You know, um, all you have done nothing. What have you done for Texas? What have you done for Texas? Your whole Wikipedia page is on how you talk shit about Donald Trump and how you build you were in law school and how you went from law school to pro bono work at Black Lives Matter, with a very small narrative, but very dangerous narrative too, because it can grow to maybe 10 years down the road, people like you becoming president of the United States of America. You don't even do nothing for Texas right now. What would you do for America? What would you do for America? What would you do for America? You don't even help Texas, from what I hear. But you haven't lost your seat. You haven't lost your seat. It's a viral thing going around saying you lost your seat, and you haven't lost your seat. They just redistrict. And I'm like, okay, fine. You get to keep your seat. Jasmine Crockett, what time is it? Jasmine Crockett, you know, stop giving the black, stop. Last thing, I got something to show y'all. Marjorie Taylor Greene, if you're out there, I forgot to hashtag you, you know, please keep saying what you're saying about uh, Jasmine Crockett, because what you're saying is the truth, you know. So Jasmine Crockett says, Marjorie Taylor Greene says she doesn't understand Black struggle because she's educated. So Jasmine Crockett hits back. This was August 21st. U.S. Rep. Jasmine Crockett hit back at recent comments from Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, who said she doesn't understand Black American struggle because of her educational background. She claims to be, from her people. This is what she's quoting. So for all those who dropped off, it was meant for you to drop off. This is what she's quoting. She claims to be, from her people. She puts on this image that she understands the Black American struggle. But let's face it, the girl went to private school. She went on to, I don't know what college and law school she went to. It's like she's a complete fake. And that is exactly what's going on. She is fake. Like I said, I ended really badly. If you want somebody that has not been, has been through a lot and is street smart and educationally smart, if you want somebody that is like a sponge and actually sucks up information from people and actually learns and can get better over time, learns from her mistakes, can get better over time. If you want somebody like that for state senate, then you can vote for me next year. But if you want somebody to stay in the House of Representatives that went to a private school and mocks us, she's literally mocking us, talking ghetto, trying to relate. You remember on Shrek? Help me. He's trying to relate. She's trying to relate to the Black people. And some people are actually buying the shit. If you want to relate, read a book. Do some work at the House of Representatives or the House. Do some work at the House. Put it to you like that. But don't sit up there and get your kicks on Route 66 sitting up there talking about Donald Trump to get your seniority pushed up, which it worked. And it makes no sense. One day, Jasmine Crockett, you will be held accountable for that, and because that like how dare you sit up there and literally you need to be held accountable. I feel like you need to. Some people feel like you need to, and they feel like they want to yank your Black card away. They want to yank your Black card away. Everything I say is educational. Women are known as B words by the time they're 4 or 5 years old. That's sad. Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about that? But instead, you going around at the Capitol, jamming. You got an entourage. Your entourage don't even like you. I feel like they, in my opinion, um, they strategically picked you. They strategically picked you because what more than a person who is smart, who is competent enough to listen, but knows not to cross that line beyond the Democrats. You know not to cross that line with the Democrats. You talk about white people all the time. but yet you stare directly at people like Nancy Pelosi and everybody else. Make up your mind. If you can't talk about this group of white people and then that group of white people you cool with. The way you talk about slavery and prejudice, make up your mind. Oh, okay, you're being oppressed, just like, I won't say her name. I won't say her name, but Tucker Carlson talked about her. Wow. You feel like, and then she quoted and said she feels, what did she say? MAGA keeps challenging my blackness due to the fact that I'm educated, because it's not racist and at all to presume that I can't be black if I also been educated. Huh? You're educated, but use use why you're mocking us? Just like, oh my God, man, so many people was mocking the black people, and I'm tired of it. Like the way, supposedly, I have to make sure I word this correctly, Kamala Harris sat up there and say, when she was at her events, and now you got, Crockett sitting up there doing the same exact thing, making it seem like she's with the rest of the people that has been uh, oppressed for hundreds of years. Like, she got the best position ever. She got the best position ever and is using it for crap, to support. She don't go on camera until she's going on camera. So yeah. But I just wanted to say that I didn't know that this was going to turn into a 20-minute thing. I urge you, you guys, I urge you to look at her background, and I urge you to look at some of her clips, because one day 10 years is going to go by. 10 years is going to go by. 10 years. And she may be running for president. And all of this is going to be suppressed and swept under the rug. And your children are not going to see that footage. It may resurface, it may not. But I urge you to look carefully at um, Jasmine Crockett's history, because people like that should not be. She, she's like that group of people that is in an orchestra, like band and orchestra. It mix, but when you're playing strings from the brass. When you're playing strings from brass, it just don't mix. It mix when it comes together, but just say it don't mix, unless it's an orchestra. You got orchestra, brass, and strings, and it's like it don't mix. Our blackness don't mix with your blackness. You can never sit down and us have a solid conversation about a topic. because your education and my education is different, and you don't relate. You don't relate to people. I don't see you going out there door to door talking to people, or doing podcasts without them paying you. Everything is about somebody's paying you. Go out and do some volunteer work, Jasmine. I have an excuse. What is your excuse? You have a guard. And she is the image. She is the poster child. She is the image of the new wave of Democrats. Guarantee. Ask yourself, man, I want you to sit up there and go on Google and look up how was who runs Black Lives Matter group? How was Black Lives Matter group created? Does the LGBT run Black Lives Matter group? Ask those questions on Google, because I haven't seen anything from anybody. Like, as much money as they got, they can possibly write a $250 check to all Black people, and that'll be their reparations. Not saying that that'll be our reparations, but that could be some part of reparations, the Black Lives Matter group. Why couldn't they do something with saving up money for reparations? They're getting in every major Democratic city. They're getting funded. Where have this money been going? She chose her jobs carefully. And she did pro bono work, yeah. Okay, she did volunteer work for Black Lives Matter. And what was your mission? Because obviously it paid off. You were for the cause. Democratic cause. And it's just terrible, man. Like, one last thing, she couldn't